what's up everyone? Eric Rossi, the guy with the eye here, and DJI announced 2 drones today. Once again, I mean plural, 2 different drones. Now, just recently, within the past couple months, if anything, they just released their Mavic Pro, which was their pretty much one of the most popular drones. It's going to sell very well. It's like $1,000 essentially, but it's one of the most portable drones in the entire market. It folds down. Basically, you can hold it in your hand and even fit it in your pocket. But one of the biggest drones they had before that was the DJI Phantom 4, which was like 4K. It was fast. It had sensor and obstacle avoidance and everything like that. And no one knew what they were really going to do. And the Phantom 4 isn't that old per se, but no one knew what they were going to do after this. But today, November 15th, 2016, they released the Phantom 4 Pro and the DJI Inspire 2. Now, these things, there was certain things leaked. A lot of it wasn't right. Some of it was, but these were the Inspire 2 is very, very hyped. I'm going to cover that a little bit, after I cover the 4 Pro. But this is probably one of the biggest, updates that they had on the 4, because there is so much that's going into this tech between the Inspire and the 4, and they do share a lot of stuff as well. So let's break down the 4 a little bit. So if you do notice right here, it really does look like the 4. Pretty much, except you're getting a couple different things. You're getting more sensors and everything onto it. But essentially, it's going to be the Phantom 4 Pro is going to be $1,500, so $1,499. There is the Pro Plus, which a lot of people are forgetting, which I'll cover in one second. But for $1,500 you're getting a 1-inch sensor, 20 megapixels. It's going to do 4K video, pretty much like it said it was, 60 frames per second. It's going to have a lot of different things built in. It's going to have a bit of an extended battery, 30-minute battery. It's going to shoot an H.264 and 6.5, which is big for a lot of video people, so keep that in mind as well. And one of the biggest things you're going to notice is that it also has a new shutter mechanism, and it's going to be mechanical. So you're going to eliminate a lot of this rolling shutter and everything as you're moving fast and collecting, and that's one of the worst things you can see in video. Sony suffers a lot from this in a lot of their cameras. It's the rolling shutter, but new mechanical shutters on both the Inspire 2 and the Phantom 4 Pro is going to solve a lot of this stuff. So that's going to be pretty awesome. Like you see right here, f2.8 to f11, you have full control over everything like that. So keep that in mind. This camera is built onto this. You don't need a separate one, just like the other 4 was. It has 5 direction obstacle avoidance. So you're going to be able to be very, very safe as you're going along with this thing. You're going to get all different types of, as you're moving, this thing can go up to 30 miles per hour. So that's going to be pretty good with the actual obstacle avoidance. So that's going to be a big deal. The cool thing right here, as you're seeing, is also the remote. And this is where the Plus option comes. And once again, the Pro option without this, without the remote, with the screen, it's going to be $1,500. But if you want the Pro option with a built-in touchscreen, let me see if I can give you a better picture down here, which looks something like this. 5.5 inches, touchscreen, light bridge. It's going to allow you to cut in between a couple of different interferences and everything, so that way you can eliminate lag with picture and everything like that. 1080p screen. But if you want this, you're going to be paying $1,800. It just doesn't come with it. You're essentially paying $300 more for this screen, which attaches directly to the remote right there. You're going to get 4.3 miles of connectivity, so it's not going to be that bad. It's going to be very, very strong, very reliable, light bridge connection. They're saying it's like this HD connection, so that's obviously a big deal. We'll also give you like the gesture modes like they introduced with the Mavics. That way, if you put your arms out, it'll take a photo. You do something like that, it'll introduce something like that. And there is this new draw feature, so like how there's like follow me and everything like that. So now you can customly draw your own path, and you will be able to essentially do whatever you want. So you'll be able to track, you'll be able to pretty much do everything you want, but like you can draw your own path and it will follow exactly where you want it to go. This is showing the obstacle avoidance right here, the 5 ways and everything like that. So this one right here was the example of someone drawing that path going down the line, and it will follow that exactly how it is. So that's really about it. The biggest thing, once again, is that it will be $1,500. Here it is right here. It's still not available. We don't know when it's going to ship, but $1,500 without the controller built in. But if you want the controller with the screen, you're going to pay $1,800. But it That's really the only main difference. Let's talk about the Inspire. So the Inspire 2, you are following up something that was very, very popular. Started around $2,000 and then it went up to like $3,000, $4,000, even more, all depending on if you wanted the ZenMoose different kind of attachment. You don't get like the standard camera and everything like that. It can get very expensive, but they are so professional, so well built. It had this very like, this archaic type build to it, carbon fiber arms and everything like that. It was very popular because it also gave you a 360 camera as well because, and I'll show you and pretty much what that does right here, the arms swing out and up. They get out of the way of the camera so you can do whatever you want. You can look straight down. You will never get blades or anything in your way for something like this. But now they kind of went for more of a darker look, and it's a, what is it, magnesium alloy build right in here. So this is like more magnesium alloy. Dual batteries will get you about 27 minutes of flight time. So that's a bit different. It's a bit better than the Inspire 1. And they're also saying it's going to be better in more drastic weather conditions, which is going to be a big, big deal. It's also going to be very big in regards to video spec heavy. It's going to concentrate on shooting. You can do 5.2K in Cinema DNG RAW. You'll be able to do Apple ProRes and everything like that. If you're a video head, you will like all that stuff. It will do 0 to 50 miles per hour in 4 seconds. That is amazing. 67 miles per hour is the most speed you can get out of this thing, but you won't get the obstacle avoidance for everything like that. Speaking of that, you do get a upward facing and a downward facing obstacle avoidance, which wasn't seen in the Inspire 1. So a lot of stuff is included with this bad boy. You're getting a big package right here. That's what she said. I know, I get it, but it looks sleek. It looks sexy. Now, it doesn't have the built-in screen to it, which for $3,000, I was hoping it kind of would take off of what it was doing with the 4 Pro Plus. But you can still link to it. You can still use another controller. There's, you know, different ways you can connect those and everything like that. It's going to use a lot of the same tech, like I said, but it could do 5.2K, 30 frames per second, 4K, 60 frames a second. It'll also do 3D LUT, 20 frames per second. You will get a lot of this stuff. And you, as I said, you do have the obstacle avoidance up to 34 miles per hour. The other thing that they came out with, and I think it's called the Crystal Sky, and essentially that's a screen. So it's just going to be another baller looking. If I had money, this is what I would buy right here. It's fast, it's professional. This is exactly what you want for something like this. It just looks good. I don't know what else to tell you. I'll link these down below so that way you can definitely check those out. Those are all the specs. I know it was a little long, but there was a lot to cover with these. What's your reaction? Let me know down in the comments below. I'm very excited for something like this. I have a feeling if you have the 4, which I have up right here, it's now $1,200. It's like $1,200. I don't know if you need it anymore, especially with the Pro being $1,500. I think if you're going to spend that much, you might as well just put a couple hundred towards the better, newer version. So I think they kind of cannibalized their 4 in a way, as everything else has gotten cheaper. So that's that one. This is the Pro Plus, once again, $1,800, and the Inspire 2, $3,000. Holy gosh, it's, you know, absolutely crazy. I think this is $3,000 without anything onto it as well. So if you want a different camera, you're going to need to, well, fork that over as well. Does it come with a camera on it? It doesn't look like it does, so you will need another camera to put onto this, but you get pretty much everything else with that as well. But there you go. DJI Phantom 4 Pro, Pro Plus, which is just the screen, and the Inspire 2. A lot of tech, a lot of video, especially into the Inspire 2 went into this. You're getting a lot of raw stuff, definitely codecs and wrappers and everything that you need if you want to shoot professional video. You're not getting the Inspire 2 for fun. You're getting it for something good. But the Phantom 4 Pro for $1,400 isn't that bad. It might be worth $1,800 to $2,000 with all the tech that it has in it. Yes, I know it's expensive. I will not, of course, be buying one, but I will do my best to get hands-on with it. I would love to try out the screen on the Pro Plus, but what are your thoughts on all this? Are you annoyed that DJI is releasing a ton of stuff, you know, recently? Does it affect your thing of getting a Mavic, or do you think, I don't know. I wish they put a better camera in the Mavic and it looked better, but it is what it is for $1,000. But there you go. Phantom 4 Pro, the Inspire 2, exciting stuff. I'm broke.